The hunt for Walter Payton was made possible by my latest invention, the Tree Thrasher Deer Call. Be sure to watch the promo video at the end of this story for more details. Tree Thrasher. Imitate the wild.
Just saw Walter Payton. He was walking up on that field edge. I didn't even think it was him or know it was him, so I just grunted at the buck. He came right to the bottom, right to me. That was so close, I didn't even know it at the time that it was him until he turned around and went the other way. I was like, I could see his frame. He's huge.
When I was a boy, I wanted nothing more than to be a whitetail bow hunter. Now that I'm a man, I yearn for the days I get to act like a bow baby.
I just shot the rusty day. First deer of the night.
This was one of those days.
Come on, baby. Looks good.
That's lungs, man. All right, that's just hop.
You're about to find the biggest deer of your life. See there? Yes! Biggest deer you're ever gonna shoot in your life, Raleigh, right there.
The first time I would ever see Walter Payton in the flesh was on November 16th of 2013. I believe he was 3.5 years old, and what a specimen he was.
I knew exactly what deer that was when he came through. And that deer's gonna be a 9 next year. I just pray to God he makes it.
Earlier in the season, I had killed Barry Sanders, so passing this beautiful up-and-comer wasn't difficult, and the rush is just as good. I honestly don't recall seeing him again for 2 years until he showed up last summer in Velvet, and I first saw what I was dealing with. I saw something special in this buck. He was one of the biggest typical framed animals I've ever seen. But because of the lack of pictures I had of him, I didn't honestly expect to kill him or even see him last year. He quickly became known as Walter Payton. He was 6 years old and a giant 10-pointer.
But the bucks we're trying to kill in here are a buck I call Walter Payton. Sometimes you gotta take that chance, and I'll tell you, for DL or Walter Payton, I think that's the only way I'm gonna kill him, is right in this stand.
Throughout the 2016 season, I got random pictures of Walter, but he busted his G2 off on one of his sides and never showed himself during daylight on cameras, and I would never see him on the hoof. Going into shed season this past spring, Walter was on my mind, but again, I just didn't think his home range would give me the opportunity. Thank goodness I was wrong.
I just found a jar! Oh my god, it's one of Walter Payton's! Oh my god, it's one of Walter Payton's! It's one of Walter Payton's, dude! Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am to have found this shed and this side. He busted the other side off the G2. Oh my gosh, I had 2 big bucks on the shed list this year, and this is one of them. It just made my year right now, man. Oh, thank you, Lord. I can't wait to hold this antler. Oh, here we go. Woo! Oh my gosh! Look at this, baby! Holy cow! Oh, this is the biggest shed I've ever found! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Oh my gosh! Look at that beast!
Finding his shed opened my eyes to the possibility that he just might be killable the following season. The odds would be greatly against me, but just the thought of what he could be the following year kept me awake many of nights. What if? All summer long, I waited for visual confirmation that Walter Payton had survived the winter and was in the neighborhood. That confirmation never came. Summer turned into fall, and I started to lose hope. I knew I had 2 trail cameras in the right spots for when he showed up, if he showed up. Was he alive? Was he close? Did he get hit by a car this winter or summer? Or maybe the coyotes got to him with an old injury that could have been from the rut. I was quickly skipping through my trail camera pictures on October 13th when he magically appeared like a ghost. My God, he's back and absolutely gigantic. Within 24 hours, I had 2 new stands hung, Spartan cameras in place, and a game plan. I knew my best shot at killing Walter was late October. After that, he could be anywhere. I patiently monitored my trail cameras, looking for a flaw in his pattern. It was the same old Walter. He was on a weekly cycle, checking 2 different scrapes, and that was about it. Everything at night. Past experience told me that my only real option for killing this buck was to be patient and wait. I had the best food plots within miles, plenty of standing crops, and had put in the off-season work to have options. Sometimes the most difficult aspect of hunting a particular buck is knowing where they are and having the patience to just wait.
Today's kind of an exciting day for me. I'm heading in after Walter Payton. Man, today is unbelievable. It's October 24th. This is a little early, but the weather we're having is just incredible. It's like 42, 43 degrees right now. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon or so.
Got lots of cover down here. I'm right by my tree, 15 yards here. There's a couple big bucks in here. The one I want to kill is Walter Payton. I would also kill Beagle if he came by, obviously, but I don't know if he's going to be down here. It's just out of his home range. But Walter Payton, I'm hoping today, with it being so blistering cold. It's actually pretty quiet in here. The wind calmed down. It's just perfect. It's a little after 5, I think, so not quite prime time, but before it gets there, when it went out, while I can still see very good down this bottom, I want to thrash. I would anticipate bucks to be back. I don't want to miss on thrash.
Not long after my thrashing session with one of my tree thrasher prototypes, this beautiful 3-year-old buck came in to investigate. That's the one thing I've noticed when using the tree thrasher, is that it's not always an immediate response. But that's better than them coming in hot and holding up at a distance, waiting to see the other deer. I give all the deer within hearing distance a reason to come see what's happening over here where they hear the ruckus. With that being said, Walter was a no-show. I knew I was taking my chances by moving in earlier than I normally would, but what the heck, you can't kill him from the couch, can you? On October 31st, I had no recent intel, but my gut told me to go after him, so I did.
Today is Halloween, and it's a kill day. So I really mentally was anguished over where to go. But my heart keeps telling me I think I could kill Walter Payton right here in this middle of this draw. I've got a food source. You can actually see it behind me there. Right there is I got a knockdown cornfield, and then there's some standing corn adjacent to it. And then I've got 2 beautiful plots that I'm basically sitting in an island between. But my gut is, this is the spot I could catch him because it's downwind of the main social area, where there's a blind and where there's been most human activity.
Several hours before dark, I saw a buck walking along the opposite side field edge. I mistook it for a younger buck, so I grunted at him without much thought. I figured I could get some footage if nothing else. Little did I know, it happened to be the buck I was after.
I just saw Walter Payton. I don't know if I got any footage of him or not. He was walking up on that field edge. I didn't even think it was him or know it was him, so I just grunted at the buck. He came right to the bottom, right to me. 40 yards. Couldn't hear another deer up here, couldn't see him, so we went the other way.
By grunting at this buck and having the scenario fall apart the way it did, I was crushed. I just blew what could be the only opportunity I may ever get at Walter Payton. To make matters worse, when I checked my trail camera adjacent to the area I had an encounter with Walter, I realized that I had been had. Walter knew something wasn't quite right from the hunting situation earlier in the day. That night, he came back to where I had walked in, looked at my camera in the tree, and proceeded to follow my ground scent into the timber where I was hunting. With that, he was gone. But 13 days later, he was back. I'm gonna give DL a break tonight. I've got some fresh intel on Walter Payton. Last night, 2 different times he stopped to a community scrape by the cornfield I've been hunting him in. And much like Eric Dickerson's case, I knew probably the only opportunity I was gonna kill him was on the field edge. His core area is off the ground that I can hunt. He's only coming basically to look for does. I missed my opportunity on the 31st, Halloween. Today, I believe, is gonna be a day I can catch him. Just like the dozen or so hunts before, Walter was a no-show. I was definitely learning where Walter Payton was not.
It's very, very, very first light here. I snuck into a doe bedding area this morning. We just had perfect conditions. We had a rainstorm last night, rained all night. And this morning it's still raining and dripping real out of the woods, so I used that as my cover to get in here. I'm only, 15 yards in the timber, but I am right smack dab in the middle of it. That's the second buck so far. I think this is gonna work. I am walking barehanded. I'm carrying the camera. I left my bow in the tree this morning and I got a bedding area set that's just killer. But it's really hard to get into because it's right in a doe bedding area. I'm actually going to crawl right into my stand. I don't have to go far, like 15 yards. But it's tough because the deer bed are right all around there. I got back in here without blowing anything, thankfully. This is such a cool spot. Like, one of my only shooting lanes is right there underneath my bow cam. So the way I have to set this up is I actually flip my LCD so I'm shooting with my camera in front of it. It's weird. It's a different setup. I basically have 3 lanes. The first lane is for catching movement and seeing them. And then I gotta get ready. I got 10 seconds. I am in a doe bedding area. The wind's blowing right on the downwind side here, so I'm right on the edge. There's a big CRP field next to me, about 20 yards maybe. But DL is killable in here. My wind is in fact going to blow right directly towards one of the food plots. I am guaranteed to have deer downwind me. Without ozonics, I won't even try it. But there's not been much movement yet, but it's going to break soon. And I think I can catch Walter Payton or DL in here. I'm so excited. There's a major runway that runs through here. And I've shed on it and seen the sign and know what it's used for. It's a humping trail. When bucks want to hump, they take that trail. So, big buck. Oh my God, I just shot Walter Payton. Did that seriously just happen? I was a little low. But I think I was right in there. I hope I got on a video. Did that seriously just happen? I'm pretty sure that was Walter Payton. I have to look at the footage. I don't know what happened. Dude, I can't believe it just happened. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't even know what to think right now. I just don't know where the hell was. I believe it's good just to tickle back, but I think I was right on it. My arms are tingling, I'm numb. I'm so numb right now, I just don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know, I'm shaking so bad. I don't know where my arrow went. Oh, there it is right there, okay. I mean, you want to talk about blinded flame right here. Oh, I'm so scared right now, I think I am a little low. I remember being on him. He was so cool. Oh my God, he was here at 10 yards and I'm only 8 feet up in the tree. He didn't see me. I bumbled around. I got the shot on camera. I'm gonna go back and review it. It's zoomed out, but I should be able to see it on a TV. I just can't see it on my viewfinder. I got blood right away, backed out. Got my arrow, there's tallow on it. Could mean a rib, or I hit low, and if I hit low, that's not good. I'm praying to God I heart shot him in that, I'm gonna go back and get confirmation. We're out here to track Walter Payton. I am scared to death. It's either like he's either dead with a heart shot, or I missed the vitals, I don't know, but this is the stand I killed him out of, shot him out of, I hope it's not. As you can see, it's a solid 8 feet off the ground. But this is the spot, so let's go get tracking. This is where he was standing when I shot. There's a little bit of hair here, but I started following blood, and then blood was going this way.
Looks good. Yeah.
It's bleeding good now. This looks good, right? Dude, that's lungs. That's lungs, man. Alright, that's just hot.
You're about to find the biggest deer of your life. Oh yeah, he's gonna be right here, baby. He's coming. Just caught a whiff of something. Is he there? Yes!
Thank you, Lord.
Biggest deer you're ever gonna shoot in your life, probably right there. Look at that giant. Wow.
Oh, thank you, God. I can't believe it, man.
Does it get any better than that?
Oh my God, it's a dream come true. I can't believe it, man. It's Walter Payton. Oh my God. Dude. Is this real?
That's what dreams are made of right there.
I don't even know what to say.
He's the big one.
You wait your whole life as a bow hunter for these kind of moments, and then when it happens, it's just absolutely, it's unbelievable. A kid growing up in Michigan hunting public land. Oh my God, dude! I mean, I just can't even tell you how much this means to me. I've looked at this rack. I didn't know where exactly his core area was. Buddy. I only saw him one other time on the hoof, and it was when I had an opportunity at him, and I grunted at him, and he came in, and I just didn't have a shot. I didn't even know. Jeez, my God. I don't even know what to say. I honestly, I just don't even know what to say. It's the buck of any man's dreams, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to get him. And he didn't go far, did he? 150 yards.
No, he was done pretty quick.
I just feel so thankful, you know. I mean, you just hunt these animals for so long, you wait for that moment, and then when it happens so fast. And man, when we were on that blood trail and it started picking up, and you could see foam and like blood, like lung blood, and then Tyler told me you're about to find the buck of your life or whatever, I was just like, oh my, I like, put a price on that, man. Oh my gosh.
He's cool.
Oh, just the way all the tines play in. Just giant typical. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Thank you, God. I just can't believe it. There's nothing that I can say that I haven't already, but I still can't believe I got him. There's just one thing left to do. Share it with my #1 partner in crime, the Corn Gobbler.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
No, that's awesome.
Oh, Walter Payton! Is that something or what?
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Look how wide that is.
Talk about the play time. Check that out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Look at that, has the same.
You know what that means? My turn to hunt tomorrow.
It is, actually. These are the last and quite possibly the best trail camera pictures I've ever gotten of Walter Payton. They were 36 hours before my arrow pierced his heart. And if you can believe it, he would die without ever getting his picture taken by any of my trail cameras during daylight during the 3 years that I was hunting him. That is the buck I know as Sweetness. The buck of my dreams. Here we go.
I just saw Walter Payton. 40 yards. I could see his frame. He's huge. Dude, it just happened. Oh my God, I don't even know what to do right now. That's lungs, man.
All right, that's just how you're about to find the biggest deer of your life. Look at that giant.
Thank you so much for sharing in this moment with me and Wally. He's still like a dream to me, and something I'll cherish for the rest of my days on this crazy planet we call Earth. Have you found a calling system that works consistently on all whitetails, including big mature bucks? A call that doesn't spook or educate even the most pressured whitetails. I hadn't found that call, so I invented the Tree Thrasher. It's the very first call of its kind, and a true innovation in the world of game calls. We've all watched or heard bucks make a rub or loudly thrash trees with his antlers. Or maybe you've watched or heard a buck make a scrape and seemingly try to make as much noise as possible. Well, there's a reason behind it. They are communicating to all the deer in the area that they are here and this is their territory. Not only does this attract the attention of other bucks, it angers them, which causes them to drop their guard to a certain degree. The tree thrasher call works on a whole different level because it allows you to sound like a real buck, acting natural and relaxed in the wild. The sounds of leaves crunching, breaking branches, and antlers on a tree validates that you are a real buck making intentional noise. I use my tree thrasher along with a grunt call to fool even the most educated bucks right out of their bedrooms. It gives bucks confidence to investigate instead of avoiding your calls because they just don't sound real. My name is Todd Pringnitz, and bow hunting whitetails has been my passion for nearly 30 years now. You may know me through my other company, White Knuckle Productions, which started producing hunting DVDs over 10 years ago. We now produce an online hunting web show and a podcast that has become known for its incredible whitetails and stories. My background is in engineering, and I've been designing and inventing hunting products for the past 15 years. I'm basically a problem solver. If somebody doesn't make an essential piece of gear that I need, I design and make it myself. I designed the tree thrasher call to make 3 specific sounds: the sounds of leaves crunching and thrashing, the sounds of breaking branches, and the sounds of a buck rubbing trees and saplings. The tree thrasher call took me years to design, test, and perfect, and the final design has the most realistic sounds possible. These sounds can be made individually or together to give you full control of the sounds you produce. The best part, it weighs less than 5 ounces and is small enough to fit in your pocket. The design allows for one-handed operation and can quickly be stored anywhere with its spring-loaded gear clip. I was able to prove the tree thrasher on some monster Iowa whitetails this past season. I was able to thrash in this 7-year-old giant 8-point from a ground blind and shot him at 30 yards. I was also able to thrash dozens of other bucks into range with the tree thrasher, including this mega buck who had been like a ghost that would never before come to calling. The amazing thing I found while using the tree thrasher is that all deer are attracted to the sound, including does. Deer are social animals, and if they hear another deer or thrashing sounds, they want to know what it is. I've thrashed as many does into range as bucks, and we all know having does around isn't a bad thing if you're looking for Mr. Big. I'm not sure what your goals are in hunting, but mine are to kill the old mature bucks that no one else seems to be able to get close to. In order to be successful with these wary old bucks, you have to change your approach on how to hunt and call at them. Call like no one else has before, using a tool that doesn't put deer on alert. Instead, make them believe you are a buck, without sounding like a hunter in the process. Tree thrasher. Imitate the wild.